Welcome back to Don's Life. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for joining today. This episode, we're going to look at the Escort MAX 4 radar detector, newly released to replace the MAX 3. We're going to try to understand why it may be considered the best-in-class option for radar detector performance. Now, I've only had this for a couple of weeks, but I did have a chance to use it on a recent road trip. But today's video, we will take a closer look at all its features and benefits. Let's go. So in the box, you'll find a nice travel case with raised Escort lettering. You'll find the MAX 4 radar detector. On the detector, you have various buttons, power, volume, brightness adjustment, mark for your GPS lockouts, mute, and also sensitivity control. Included to power up the device is your smart cord with a 2 amp USB pass-through and a mute button, which can also be used as a shortcut to your GPS lockouts. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of suction cup mounts, but this one works pretty good. The Easy Mag mount makes it so easy to mount and remove the radar detector if you are concerned about theft. Here's a few things you may want to check out on the website first. You scan this QR code, and it allows you to take advantage of augmented reality and overlay an image of the Escort MAX 4 inside your interior so you can get an idea of what placement would look like within your vehicle. I struggled with it a little bit, but I kind of got a good idea of what it would look like, at least from a display standpoint, but you could have some fun with this. Here on the website, you can also choose to add a 1 or 3 year subscription to the North American database. This will keep you up to date with all the speed and red light cameras loaded directly to your device. You can choose to add an additional 24 months of warranty service protection for a total of 3 years. It's also compatible with the optional Escort M2 dash camera and laser shifters. So what makes the MAX 4 an exceptional value? A brand new dual-core processor gives you twice the processing power, gives you twice the filtering accuracy compared to previous generations, such as the MAX 3. Including auto-learn intelligence, using GPS over time, it's going to silence false alerts, making it truly a smart radar detector. With the smart cord or on the radar itself, you have the ability to manually lock out false alert locations. It's equipped with low noise amplifier technology, making it more sensitive while increasing effective range. The MAX 4 does include a super bright OLED display with graphics in 4 different colors. It also includes auto power off, which can be important depending on your installation to avoid a dead battery. Of course, we can't forget you still have access to the power of shared community alerts, keeping you informed in real time, alerting you to various situations. Like many Escort and Corba radar detectors, this uses the Drive Smarter companion app. This will allow you more convenient access to adjusting settings for the device, as well as access to the community alerts reported from other detectors. Let's take a closer look at some of these settings. So, about device, we have our firmware version 1.0. I believe there's an update, so we might do that in today's video. We could delete the device and associate it with a different account, but we are not going to do that right now. We can change our language. Our user mode, novice and advanced, we'll keep it on advanced so we have all the options. I'm in Canada, so we use the metric system. You can have the voice on or off if you'd like it to speak to you for alerts. We have the auto power feature, so it'll automatically turn off in 1 to 8 hours, or you can leave that feature off altogether. We have the ability to set our brightness. I'm going to leave it on maximum. We can change our display colors for amber, red, green, and blue. Meter mode allows you to customize your display when it comes to the signals that it's reporting back to you. Pilot mode will allow you to have a full word display across the screen, or simultaneously have the full word plus the scanning bar for the signal strength. We have the ability to display our actual speed. I have that on. You have the ability to set up overspeed alerts here. We also have our marker settings, so we can turn on or off the different things that we could mark for our community alerts. We have our cruise speed alert, so we can also adjust that in different increments. And here's you can turn your GPS filter on or off. And then last but certainly not least, we have the ability to set up our auto learn on or off, auto mute, different settings. Our audio tone, we could have standard, mild, or standard plus. I'm going to change mine up to standard plus. I haven't played with that one yet. And of course we can adjust sensitivity, and you can do all these things on the radar as well. I'm leaving it on auto for now. And then we have our band settings, so we can check all our different bands. Depending on where you live and what type of radars and equipment are used, you may want to adjust some of these settings. Right now I'm leaving them on the default. So definitely a ton of settings. I'm not the expert at all of them yet. I've got to play around with some of them, figure out what works best in my area. But either way, there's a lot of things you can do to customize it to work best for the areas you're going to use it in. One of the newer and sometimes overlooked features, and this one has it, is the Drive Smarter app merges your experience into Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, and I will admit this is one of my favorite features. On a recent road trip, we found this feature remained on screen, reminding us of all the camera locations on unfamiliar roads, as well as over speed notifications, which is adjustable. Our first laser alert was a brand new speed zone exiting the city where the police were hiding in the ditch. Although I wasn't speeding, I was able to notify the community and GPS tag this location. I also like using the CarPlay feature for the large speed limit display readout. Let me show you how easy it is to update the firmware on the Escort MAX 4. We'll need to connect it to our computer through a USB-C connection right here. Alright, we're all plugged in. We are at escortradar.com. I'm on the MAX 4 landing page actually. So I'm going to go down to installation and downloads, and I am going to make sure I have downloaded the latest software, and then I am going to install the correct firmware. To make sure you're plugged in properly and using the appropriate cable, make sure that you are seeing this USB connection icon on the front of the device. Alright, our software is now installed. So now that we're connected, we have a couple options. We can merge our data with everything that we've collected in the real world and share that with the Defender database. And we can also update our firmware, which is what we're here to do. Just click on it, wait, and there we go, we're updated. Easy. So in conclusion, it's a little early for me to tell if this is the best radar detector solution for everyone. It does seem to be the quietest radar detector that I've used so far, and it does have exceptional range. I really do like the CarPlay and Android Auto integration. Hopefully it'll prove to be responsive enough for my driving style and provide me alerts when I need them. If you want to know if the MAX 4 is the right radar detector solution for you, head over to escortradar.com. They have a brief questionnaire that you can take part in. This will help you narrow down the exact right product for your needs. I'll also leave a link in the video description below to the MAX 4 product that we looked at today. But if you like today's video, hit that like button. Please consider subscribing. We'll talk to you next time.